Okay, hope you enjoyed that wee sunrise. As you can see, overnight, magically, the joists have gone on. They're not fully secured down yet, but we're still getting them squared up and what have you. But yeah, overnight, somehow this has happened. The little elves have been out. No, what actually happened is it started raining yesterday afternoon, and I didn't want my phone to get wet, so I stopped filming. And yeah, this is the progress to date. So we're shooting over to Christchurch shortly to grab the insulation, and they'll go in between these joists once we've got it all squared up. All right, and now it's time for insulation. You'll see that I've left the joists loose. I've tacked them at the ends, or screwed them in at the ends, but I've left the middles loose, and the reason for doing that is so that I can get the insulation nice and tight. So the insulation has been cut in the factory to the correct measurements. I've measured out all the points and given the factory the measurements, and they've cut them all for me, and now I'm going to fit them into those locations and then squeeze the joists up against the insulation as I'm fitting, so that one, I get the joist nice and straight automatically because these are all cut perfectly straight, and two, there are no gaps in the insulation. If you know anything about heat and cold, heat is attracted to cold. If there's a gap in the insulation, even if it's on the floor, heat will go towards that cold and escape. So we're going to stop that from happening completely. So let's get into putting this. Okay, so that's the poly in the floor. Barbara's just sweeping it off now, and we will get into laying the flooring. We've got 3.6 metre long sheets, so that is the width of the cabin itself. So that's going to make it nice and straightforward for us. Here's hoping. Let's have a look. Alright, well, just when you thought I was finished, I now have to screw off the whole thing before nightfall. You see that we're getting a bit of a sunset now. Barb's starting to tidy up, but I have to keep on going, so don't think you got off that lightly and that I'd finished the video. You need to keep on watching. Okay, well, that was a pretty big day. Wanted to get the floor all on and screwed down. Screwed down because there's glue underneath, and you don't really want the glue to go off and set hard before you screw it all off, because it'll create a lump or a rise in the floor. So that's what we've done, is got it all screwed off, And it can rain now as well because the flooring has a wax on the top of it to shed water. That doesn't last forever, but that'll give us a couple of weeks to do the framing and the roof, etc. Get it wrapped. Going good. See you next time. Hey Duke.
Hello.